Sir, this is NYPD. We need you to identify a body as their immediate family. My uncle died suddenly from a heart attack that no one saw coming. His wife had died a few years before, and their daughter had moved across the country for school. That made me the next closest family member to start the process for funeral arrangements, etc. Thankfully, his daughter Janet and I have always been pretty close, so she trusted having me go through things in her place. The person she was worried about was our Aunt Pauline. Think of a classic money-hungry villain, and you have a good idea of what Pauline is like. Because of Pauline, Janet asked me for a weird favor. Would you be willing to stay at my dad's apartment for a while? It made sense logically, protect the apartment from theft. However, my phobia of haunted places was not logical, and already had me itching at just the thought of staying overnight. I almost choked on my coffee. You want me to what? It won't be for long. I'm finishing up my finals now and will be catching a flight home as soon as possible. I know Pauline, and I know she's going to be awful and try to snatch my dad's coin collection, or my mom's jewelry, and I'm not losing any part of them. I just can't. Her voice broke at the end, and I thought I heard her cough down a sob. It didn't hit me until then that my little cousin was now an orphan at just 20 years old. I felt awful for even thinking about saying no, and instead told her that I would be happy to do so. We stayed on the phone for a while after that, because it was clear that she just needed someone to talk to. After hanging up, I immediately packed a bag and headed out. I already had my uncle's apartment keys from going to the morgue to identify his body. When I step inside, it feels like I'm spying on the life my uncle lived. There was still a mug of coffee that had gone cold on the kitchen table. His grocery list was on a post-it note stuck to the fridge, and a basket of clean clothes was tossed on the bed, with the expectation of being folded after he returned from work. It all felt weird and creepy, but I wasn't going to let Janet down. I bring in a bunch of boxes and start packing. In just a couple of hours, it's getting late, and I decide to go to bed. I go to the bathroom, and I see water around the base of the tub. That's weird. If my uncle took a shower this morning, then the floor should be dry by now. I tried to see if anything was leaking, but found nothing. Something in my gut told me things weren't adding up, but I forced myself to ignore it, brushed my teeth, and went to sleep on the couch. The next morning, I woke up to